Hey, happy Thursday. You're watching Unboxing Thursdays, episode 185 with special guests Veebs and Robo. So grab a seat, enjoy the show, comment below, leave a thumbs up while DK rolls the intro. Did I just rhyme?
What's today? It's Thursday.
Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes.
Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay, I have one. Do you see all the names?
Let's try them. Let's still try.
What is up, everyone? My name's Kevin, aka Toying Around. You're watching Unboxing Thursdays. I do this every week. I sit down with my friend DK over here. We have some fun with some guests, unbox some toys, and just chat with you in the chat. So thank you for being here tonight. You should do a little warm up, DK. I don't know if you saw this on my IG stories earlier, but this was a package that I received in this manner this morning. He's just checking his app.
Kobe.
And then he what sport is this? What sport is it where you just do this hand? What the hell, man? That's absolute trash. Yeah, what a way to start off the day. Luckily, the stuff was packaged nicely. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Just got my package thrown. But it's been a crazy day. But yo, 2024, I wanted to start off the year with some awesome guests. And you know what better way to start it off? Nothing but illustrious guests here on Unboxing Thursdays. We're starting off the year with some all-stars of the toy tubing world. And you may know them from the Robo Don't Know channel. Chat, please give a warm, buttery welcome to Robo and Veebs. There you go.
Yo,
Hey.
you say legends.
Nice. Hey, everybody.
The living legends. The living legends.
Oh, now.
Did you say living? What?
The living legends of laziness, I think, because you're all nice and high production rolling into these, and we're just like, yeah, we're just here.
Well, I'm not at your level yet, so I really have to make it nice and flashy and if I could just do plain blue screen,
Yeah, exactly. we don't have the budget for that.
That's right. Not that I don't actually have any toys. It's all CG.
I'm a phony. I'm a fraud.
That's right.
But I was watching. You need to catch your FedEx guy and teach him like the two-hand toss of that, and maybe he can like go back to the 50s and shoot free throws, because it looked like a one-handed underhanded free throw granny shot thing going there, man.
It's the peach basket toss at the carnival. That's how you
Yeah.
throw the baseball.
Yeah, because you got to get some arc to it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a great misdirection? He throws it. I open the door. I'm like, hey, try two hands, and then I'm showing him before.
You toss it back to him. Try that again.
Give it another go, champ.
That's right. I'm gonna need a do-over on that.
Hell yeah. Hey, but thank you so much for being on tonight. I got to ran into you guys, total fluke, San Diego Comic-Con. I was going to RMD's. We were leaving the hotel, and I'm like, two guys walk out. I'm like, I know these two, and I couldn't think of anything to say. Like, what's up? I was just like, Robo. I don't know why I did that.
Comic-Con is the place to do that, because
that's right.
Head on a swivel the whole time. Like
that's how it usually starts. But isn't it weird in person how you see somebody and there's that flash of where do I know them from? Because it's different in person. It's not a flat screen.
That's true. In my head, I did like a Elmer Fudd. I was like, I kind of know, and I couldn't find the names, but we figured it out. But thank you for being here, you guys. Like I mentioned, been around doing toy content on YouTube for a long time. I'm sure most of the people in the chat know both of you gentlemen. But just to catch people up real quick, let's start with Veebs. Like, what kind of stuff are you into collecting?
Too much.
Look at that wall.
Too much stuff. I'll admit I'm big mostly on a lot of nostalgia properties, which you might guess Ninja Turtles might be some of that. Masters of the Universe, Thundercats, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, just Dungeons and Dragons. Like there's G.I. Joe. There's so much out right now, and I wish I liked less, or I wish I liked fewer things because it would be a lot easier. But I like so much stuff that when we get like to the unboxing part, I'm just sitting here and looking at the couple of things that I have here, and it's like, how do these two things belong in the same space together? Because it's absolutely ridiculous. But we'll get to it.
I wasn't sure if you were telling me what you liked or just reading like your feed of Instagram of all the posts that you saw, because that just seems like everything that I see.
It's like back and forth around here, and it's like, oh yeah, there's that too. I kind of forget about that sometimes. So yeah.
Sweet. And while you have the big screen, what do you have? You mentioned you have some stuff to unbox. What have you brought for us tonight?
So I was saying before that I wish I had stuff that I would have had, like stuff that's new to me this week, but we're paying for the mild winter that we've had up to this point with like a foot of snow right now. So some deliveries have been delayed, but I've got a couple of true shorties, two shorties actually. I've got Balin's Skull and Shin Hati here. Two really awesome new characters, obviously from the Ahsoka show. So I've been looking forward to these, especially since I learned how to fix Balin's height a little bit. But we can talk about it. And then I thought, they would go perfectly next to like old villain Hulk Hogan from like the way early 1980s when he was still a bad guy. This arrived unexpectedly. I think this is the newest thing that I've gotten. So I was like, I'm going to throw that on the pile too. And then if they are sitting next to each other, it's like, oh yeah, this stuff absolutely belongs in the same collector's space. I don't know.
Well, you have the Kyle Wadiga Jedi action figure right there. The Balin Skull.
Oh, dang. Yeah, he's too short to be Kyle too, though, man. We're gonna fix that though.
That's awesome, man. Looking forward to seeing some of those Star Wars things.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about some of your collection, your display that I've been always eyeing. Like, man, I can't believe you have clear floor space sometimes. That's that's
I used
crazy.
to have a lot of clear floor space, but man, went away fast.
Yeah,
I told you years ago that would happen.
Yeah, I know. He was right. He's always right.
I bought a bunch of totes earlier this week, 4 of them, just so I can bring everything down, rearrange, and then whatever doesn't go, take them to a toy show, get a table, and then see what goes. I have a tub. I already have a few in the garage of old DC collectibles and all Batman stuff. Like, I really love it, but it's been there for probably 6 months. I guess I don't need it. I feel like that's going to be a huge mistake.
I've gotten to the point now that if it's not displayed, it doesn't need to be here. And I got a taste for unloading stuff at PowerCon because I sold through a bunch of old Marvel Legends and stuff so fast. It was like, oh, I need to do this a lot more often. So wintertime is the time to compile that stuff and then take them out on the road maybe here in the spring and summer because I'm feeling it.
Yeah, once you get that taste of that first like great big sale, then it's just like, all right, I got to do this some more. Right?
Once you get the taste of cash.
Yeah,
I kept looking over at Robo and I was like, I can't believe this is happening. So yeah,
it's crazy. I turned back around. He had sold everything and the tub. The tub was walking away. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, you sold the tub too. Well, that last person has to carry it.
One guy kind of came in and it was like, I don't know, I maybe had like a third of the stuff left in the tub, and he was like, "How much for the whole thing?" And we like came up with a price, and I was like, "Take the tub so you can carry him out of here." And he was like, had it up on his shoulder and just walked out of the floor just like that. So I was like, better with you than me, sir. Thank you.
That's right.
Yeah, I always tell DK, I'm like, DK, I consolidated like 3 tubs into 2. You're walking out like really empty-handed. That's awesome.
always the goal like that I always set. Like I go into a con or something with like 5 boxes. Like my goal isn't like a certain dollar value. It's just like I just want to come back out with less boxes. Right?
You're
Like
also
2
very
boxes down.
efficient with your time because what doesn't sell, you're there taking photos so that you can go post it on
I was
on like Facebook or whatever afterwards. So like stuff that doesn't sell, he's got a chair on the side and he's documenting everything so he can post it later. So very efficient with your time, dude.
Even before we left for that, I had a nothing is coming home that is leaving with me right now. So if I hadn't sold all the stuff by the afternoon of the last day, I would have blown it out of there on clearance, and somebody would have had a hell of a deal. So
yeah, free tubs.
Yeah.
Robo, welcome back, man. What are you for people, I'm sure there a lot of people are watching all your videos, but if not, in the off chance, what are you yourself into also?
I'm still buying. Well, okay, I've cut back a lot. I've built this new space out here, and I've decided I don't want clutter, which means some stuff is still in the house. So I'm like, ooh, this is nice out here, and then I go back in the house, it's like tubs and stuff. But I'm still buying a lot of Star Wars, Marvel Legends, and knickknacks here and there. Some G.I. Joe, some Dungeons and Dragons, some turtles. I'm looking around trying to find all the stuff, but little here and there. I'm not getting everything. I'm far past my completest stage, so I'm just getting what I want, what I need.
That's definitely a phase in the collecting journey, I think, for everyone. I had a friend who recently got into toys and he's buying everything. Oh, I like this character and it's all different scales. And I'm watching him with a big stupid grin on my face. I'm like, you're gonna get to that point when you're like, I need to focus. But I was also trying to be happy for him. I'm like, oh, I wish I could go back in time and be that sweet summer child who doesn't know.
I mean, even with Star Wars, where I would get everything at some point, I didn't get as much as I like the Andor show. I didn't get hardly anything from it. I didn't hardly get anything from Obi-Wan. I just picking and choosing.
Yeah,
stuff.
When Robo got focused with Star Wars, that's when I knew he was like serious about it, because he was Star Wars. I mean, that was his thing, right? I mean, as far as completist stuff goes. So yeah,
our boy's grown up. He's become a man.
Well, part of collecting, is opening some stuff. What do you have for us to that you're opening tonight?
Well, I have some Star Wars. No, this is actually the only Star Wars. I got the new Omega to go with the Bad Batch.
Nice. And did you get the season 2 Bad Batch set?
Yes.
Too?
Yeah,
yes.
I got it last fall. Whenever they first came out, I was all over those because I love those. I love the armor guys and I love the magic and that kind of stuff when it comes to Star Wars. So I had to get on those quick. But maybe some Danhausen gets open tonight.
Nice.
And Hook. And then for Legends, I think I'm going to finally open this.
Oh, nice.
So it somehow slipped under the radar. I was looking through the pile and I thought, you know what? I need that Drax on the shelf and the Moon Dragon. So
there was a lot of really nice releases that, that one might be the one to slip through the cracks or just get overlooked. It's a great set. And
if there's still time, I have the whole Guardians of the Galaxy 3 wave that I found on clearance the past month or back. So, well, maybe not that recent. It was in the winter sometime, but they've just been sitting here. So, yeah,
that's what we do. That's what we do here.
Get it out of the way.
Absolutely. I want to thank. I saw the super chat earlier before we even started. Which is awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Far too kind.
I don't know if it's Gen 3 Ross or Gene Ross, but I think that's DK. That's a new name in the chat, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, $20 Canadian. Thank you so much. Says Happy New Year's, DK. I read that backwards. I don't know how. Kevin and DK. All the best for 2024. Pair your hands. Fist bump. Purple heart. Replay crew. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy this on the replay. Thank you for the super chat. That means a lot. DK, what have you got?
I got some stuff, but it's probably. just gonna
I
open it.
got. You do have a very natural villain voice sometimes. I don't
I
think you.
can. I can do a lot of voices. So my brother-in-law, my sister and the family went to Japan and they went to Hong Kong, right? And he picked me up this, which is
Oh,
I think this is ZD Toys.
ZD Toys.
Yeah.
They're like officially licensed
Yeah.
Iron Man figures. They're I think 7-inch scale.
I think so. So I'm gonna
And
check this out. Yeah.
I don't like. Have you guys seen this brand before?
I don't think so.
They make more than Iron Man, right? Or they have made more than Iron Man, right?
I think so. I only saw the Iron Man, and I think they made an Iron Spider too. So that's my first glance at that brand.
I think with
they're
it being
like-
7-inch, I kind of just I saw it, but I don't pay much attention to it.
But I don't know if I sent you the picture, DK. I saw the Iron Man with the gantry from the first movie,
Oh yeah.
the whole set, and I think it was only 40 or 50 Canadian.
Yeah, the
after
pricing
conversion.
of it. Yeah, pricing is pretty fair. So I'm looking forward to checking this out.
Yeah, you might.
Maybe time like I don't know. I don't think I opened this last time. Well, I didn't open it on the stream. I don't know if I showed it around, but Studio Series Optimus Primal, which has been holding off on opening it for the stream. But yeah, that was about it.
Sweet. Heck yeah. All right. I'm gonna all the Marvel Legends stuff tonight. And talking about paring down your collection, focusing. I'm switching my Spider-Man display to the central thing being animated series.
Mhm.
So I got someone, I forget who messaged me today. They said it was Doc Ock versus Aunt May. I'm like, they had a bad breakup, right? They were an item. But I've been hearing a lot of really good things about Doc Ock. Maybe Aunt May is also good too. And of course, Peter Parker and Alistair Smythe 2-pack. And I think he's gonna look really good next to the MJ with the Green Goblin 2-pack. And I'm not gonna open these yet, but I did get this in today. Thanks to Jada Toy, we got the new focus Mega Man Iceman.
Sweet.
Those are my favorite new things.
Yeah, was it your top two? Your second? I think it was.
Oh, those were my number ones.
Your number ones? All right.
Yes,
What are
sir.
these? They're like 20 US at retail?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Well, we're gonna check these out. Hopefully, I can get June on in a few weeks and then open these together with him, and he can give us a better in-depth look at those figures. But thank you for sending those over. I'm excited to check them out, and obviously, there's a lot of positive reactions to this line. Real quick, I wanted to shout out something because a good friend of mine, Richie, you know him as Nose Rain on Instagram, awesome toy photographer. He is doing a line of shirts. Original illustrations based on some of his toy photography. So he's doing pre-orders on these right now. So go check out Nose Rain on IG. This is available until Friday with some original artwork on his turtles toy photography turned into cartoon.
Beautiful.
Go check out Richie. All right, we can start opening. Let the open up the gates. the floodgates
First.
Yeah, anyone can go first. I'm just trying to see what I missed. I want to say what's up to everyone in the chat. There's a lot of comments that I missed, but I want to thank you for being here. All the channel members who are in the chat, thank you, appreciate you. And we're just gonna open up some stuff. If you have any questions for Robo and Veebs, any comments you have, throw them in the chat. DK, what in the world are you doing?
Look at the packaging like this.
Yeah,
Like,
that
it
is
opens
some
up.
premium looking cardboard.
Yeah.
Like, so it just comes off. Like,
No, it's heavy duty. It's heavy duty stuff. Like
Yeah.
ZD Toys Iron. I'm gonna look up the retail price on those in Asia.
in
I'm so unprepared. I don't have a blade.
Oh,
blade. You have a
Robo,
wrench.
can you tell the chat what you were doing with your microphone before we started? Oh, he's gone.
he left.
What was it?
I said what you were doing with your microphone getting set up before we started.
Oh, I came in here. Well, I've been messing with the microphone over in the review space, which is right there. And so I've been swapping microphones, trying to get the sound better over there since I'm out here. It's all echoey and stuff. I sat down to log in. There was no microphone. So the adapters are different for each one. And I didn't have a pair of pliers out here. So I was running back and forth through the rain. And it was...
Wait, in the rain?
Yeah.
So your studio's detached.
Yeah. I separate building.
Oh, okay.
I was like, in case I have to live here or something. No. Yeah, it's just a building that I finished out. And
Awesome.
but I haven't brought all my tools and everything yet.
So those ZD toys, I think they're a Chinese company. And again, they're officially licensed. There's like Disney logos on it. There's hologram stickers. It does feel really premium. Look at these prices.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And this is on Ali?
This is AliExpress.
Nice.
And look at
what was that?
So
there's all the well, not all the not 85 versions, but
not yet.
Yeah, there's
they even got some concept series ones. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I went to a store in Hong Kong and I was asking the guy about it, and there was obviously my Cantonese is not as good as I think it is, because I was trying to ask him what scale it was, and then I'm like, what scale is it in Cantonese? And he didn't really understand the question. I'm like, is it the same scale as Marvel Legends? And he didn't get it. And I was like, Marvel Legend. And then I think he kind of got it. That for some reason, like I do that as a joke, but it works more often than you think it would. And then he ended up just opening one and showing me the size of them. So yeah, DK, get into it and let everyone know.
Yeah, it's pretty light, but
shout outs, Figure Report, Toy Chase, Manic Mike, everybody in the chat. Yeah, some pretty big news with you guys for everyone. There might be familiar with you guys from the Foosh, but you guys are new free agents, free agent All-Stars. We're being on all the content on the Robo Don't Know channel now going forward. Do you feel like there's anything that you can do now that you couldn't do before? Or is it about the same?
I think it's mostly the same. To be honest with you, yeah. When you're in more of like a business agreement type of thing, it feels like more formal or something. And I would say like stuff that at least I was doing before, it's all very much the same. It's just back to more like hobby focused,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
But it was fine. For me at least, it's like I'm just enjoying stuff. It's still new right now, but still get to talk to people, still get to do fun stuff like this, and still buy toys. So yeah, it feels very much the same.
Yeah.
For me, I get
Robos. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, for me, I get to focus more on this kind of thing. The live streams and the videos and something you couldn't have told me I wanted to do 10 years ago is now what I want to do. You know what I mean? So I get to focus on videos and editing and learning new ways to do that kind of thing, focusing on learning.
Right.
As I go.
So like just totally putting your attention to this whole thing, right? Just doing edited reviews and doing the lives, and it's just more focused that way, right?
Yeah. While trying not to, because I know how I am. I woke up this morning at 6:30 a.m. going, I should have done that to the featured image on this video, and instead of sleeping in or sleeping for the usual extra hour, I got up, had to start working on that. So I'm sure in 6 months it'll be like, I am so sick of doing video stuff. But for right now, it's like, oh man, there's ideas just going all over the place.
Well, I guess the opposite side of that coin, like what have you found that's that's been difficult that you any challenges so far? I know it's still fairly fresh.
I think for me, it's more just being a part of something for 20 years. It's hard to like, it's not like it's like, oh, I've got to, not completely divorce myself of it, but a lot of the association and handles and things that come with being a part of a larger site and a larger social media network. It's like it just becomes ingrained in your brain that it's like you just want to say it, or it's like you still kind of think that way. So it's like it's not like, oh, I got to flush my brain of that. It's not that at all. It's just, well, that's different now. So just getting used to kind of like you said, it's like free agent status type of thing. It's like it's strange. It's strange.
Right.
Yeah.
Breaking routine.
Yeah.
It's breaking routine, but now it's kind of gonna be your routine almost, right? Because now it's gonna be your go-to, like the sole focus.
My routine is going to be trying to keep from getting into a routine.
Now you're just trying to mess with my brain.
Well, and I think for me too is that I've got 3 daughters and 2 of them are still fairly young. And over the past couple of years, I've had less and less time to kind of dedicate to doing like larger, full scale like reviews and things like that, and having that like it was always like a self-inflicted feeling of, oh, I've got to get at least 2 of these done a week. I've got to take at least, like 20 pictures for each one, this and that. Now it's just, hey, I'm going to focus more on just taking like 5 or pictures of things and writing, succinct thoughts about it, and share them more on social than anything, or talk about things in a live stream like this. So this really gives me a chance to go smaller in a way where I don't have the time to, I haven't had the time to keep up kind of at a larger scale for the past couple of years. So it just, this fits with where I'm at right now,
Oh, that's interesting.
That's good.
Yeah. Because even just now, before we started, it was like 8:35, and I was sitting with my son trying to get him to fall asleep, and he's just screaming at me, "Dad, I can't fall asleep." And I'm like, if you keep screaming at me that you can't fall asleep, you're not gonna fall asleep. And meanwhile, I'm like, I gotta get downstairs in time and get everything ready. So to be able to kind of set your own schedule and carve out your time for things like that, I think it's a huge part of the balance and a real bonus.
Yeah.
I've found kind of the opposite, not in a bad way, but videos before I was trying to get them down condensed as fast as possible. I had to get it shot. I had to get it edited. 9 minutes on a figure, if that. And this week I recorded Dr. Octopus, the Marvel Legends cinematic one, and then the Star Wars, the new Mando with R5D4. Ooh. And both those, well,
the ringworm
one was like 16 minutes and Mando was over 20 minutes. And I found myself just constantly talking and adding stuff and just going for it. So maybe the videos will get more rambly from here on out. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
More artistic.
Yeah. A little bit more, change things up here and there.
Yeah, I don't remember if I brought this up last time when you were on, but like you were the one who put me on to DaVinci for editing videos, and I've been using that ever since. It's awesome. It's awesome with all the features.
I ran with just the base features for a long time, but then was it the first of last year, end of the year before, somewhere in there, I started messing with the Fusion tab and all that. That was scary at first.
Yeah,
but yeah, now I'm like, I got to get into Fusion. I have to do the green screen. I have to knock this out, the magic mask. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, Fusion, my hand is hovering over Control Z all the time because I'm just blindly changing colors and I have to undo just to try it out. But you were the one to kind of put me in that direction for video editing. And if your videos are getting longer, I think the production value, people will see that kind of stuff too come through in your content.
I'm hoping, because while if I'm watching a video, I like concise, quick, and everything. And then I find myself just, well, here's this, la 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 la. So I don't know. I'm figuring things out again. So
Yeah, makes
hey,
sense.
Trevor.
This thing.
Okay.
It's
Hello, Peter.
How long have you been able to keep it up on the back legs like that? Does it
Oh,
stay?
it's been like this ever since I got it. It stands on its own.
Mine goes for a few hours and then it drifts a little. I need to mess with it.
It took a lot of micro adjustments. The first big turns, I was watching your video, but like the first big turns were really tough. But then once you get it down, especially with the flat feet, obviously,
Yeah.
it stays. It stayed overnight. That's the overnight test. I left it on my kitchen table. And my wife was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Science, baby. We got to figure it out."
This is trial and error.
She's like, "You're not a scientist, and neither is he."
Hey, man, I'm a scientist.
DK, how is it, man?
It's good. Like figure little. It feels very light.
Really?
Hollow a little bit, but articulation wise, pretty straightforward. There's not a butterfly joint, but there is like some range, like in and out range here.
It wasn't that agile, I think, when I handled
It wasn't, but it's like there is articulation, but it's not like full range. Like this, I can't get the torso to turn that much. Head range, pretty decent. The legs, pretty basic. There is ankle, some pivot, but it's not much range of it. But I think one of the cooler details of this is that it has the back like flaps, like these wings, right? So it's like, yeah, it's good for the price. I can't, like I might buy more of these. The arc reactor is pretty nice. I don't know if we could see it, but it's like translucent. It's like kind of like translucent blue.
So you guys probably don't know, but in the beginning, when DK and I first realized we were both toy collectors, he was like, "Oh, I really like Iron Man," and so I did like the drug dealer thing. I bought him his first Iron Man Marvel Legends because he was like, "I don't want any of this. I don't want to be involved." And then I bought it for him, and then he kind of went down that line, and he ended up buying Marvel Legends, Iron Man, all that stuff. But I think at that price point, if you wanted a nice display behind you of a lot of different suits, at that price point, and it's all shiny, it almost looks metallic. That's a really nice set.
Definitely. Someone was mentioning that there was the gantry one, right? And then he bought it to match with the SHF Iron Man. So it's a good idea. I'm gonna take a look at the gantry and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you. You said that it was light, and of course the price point washes away some of that stuff because for the price point, it's like, what's it matter? Do you find it like is it fragile? Is it like bathtub ready? Could you take it in the bathtub and not worry about it?
Yeah. No, I think it'll hold.
Yeah.
Like it's solid enough. Like it doesn't feel cheap, but it just feels lighter, right? It's not like a Marvel Legends where it's like you feel it, the plastic, it's solid, right? Molded. Like this just feels a little just lighter in parts, but it's crazy detail. Like honestly, like it's really everything's there. Yeah,
that's cool.
I'm gonna look more into this line.
Gonna need to ban this unparalleled.
Yeah, good thing I marked not safe for children for this video. Wait, thank you. And Robo and Veebs, while I have you guys here, on a scale of 5, how is DK's first internet action figure review right now?
It's pretty sweet.
Better than I did, or I would. Sure.
Thanks, Kev. You noticed. You kept track.
We're gonna review our reviewers. It's gonna be a new thing. How is this amateur toy?
Amateur toy reviewers.
But hey, like, what if it was 20 US? You have extra hands, these effects, a stand.
Yeah,
I think it's good for a display. Plasty was asking, what's up, Plasty? It's ZD Toys or ZD Toys, depending on which region.
Dong Toys. Well, I can type it in.
That probably made things more confusing, DK.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, let me sell it to you in a language that you're probably not familiar with. This is Zhangdang Toys from China. Stop. All right, let's get to. I'm gonna get to this. I was watching Robo. I was watching your thing. I did the exact same thing with Doc Ock. The articulated claws were taped to the top of the box, and
Yeah.
I thought it was. I thought I lost it, or factory error.
I had them out. I finished my little unboxing ASMR thing, and I walked over, and then I realized, wait a second, I thought there were more claws to this. So yeah, I had to get online. See, it was Dan Who that.
Right.
Yeah, I went and checked his out, and I was like, oh, there it is.
It's very important to get through.
I'm one of the weirdos that actually liked the plastic-free packaging. Now that they've moved back to the plastic packaging on some things, it's like, I just like the GI Joe stuff in the box, but those little bags and stuff like that, it's like you got to give them like 5 or 6 lookovers to make sure that you don't throw anything away.
What do we call those? Accessory burritos?
You got to check the accessory flavor packets. Make
Yeah.
sure
Yes.
Yimbo's changing his name from Yimbo Reviews Everything to Yimbo Reviews Everyone.
The day I turn heel.
Okay, this is definitely empty.
Okay. I need some cloth capes, looks like.
We're gonna go with the Hulkster first here.
Yeah. One of the things I like about the live streams you guys do, it's very chill, and you guys just chat with everybody who shows up, man. What was that first one that you did after the big free agency? Was it like 700 people live or something like that? Higher?
I hate to brag. It sounds like, well,
no,
actually,
I'm asking.
It was 978 somewhere. I was
Not
this
to be exact.
Yeah, but who's keeping count?
Because when you get off, YouTube tells you, "Hey, here's your high point," and yeah, it's so close to 1,000.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, again, just the chillness of the chat to hang out, ask questions, highlight people's things, things like that.
We rarely go in with a plan.
Yeah.
And when we do, it takes like 30, 45 minutes to get to it. And then
it's like after every stream ends where we don't have a plan, we're always like, okay, we've done a lot of these in a row. We need to like do a themed thing with the top 5 or something next time, and then it doesn't happen.
we get to that day and just start. Let's go.
Whoops.
Topics. DK, we should get topics.
We should.
And
then Trevor says it eventually turns into a food discussion.
It does that or Googling stuff that's just randomness.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when we were on the shuttle in San Diego, I think you were telling us, where to get. I think where to get food, or like convenience stores or something. Was that it?
You gotta hit up Ralph's.
Yes, that's what it was, Ralph's. And I'm like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
So I think you just can't avoid it.
Food's okay. Yeah, it just devolved into it.
Well,
food and toys.
Yeah, the stuff that we collect, it's like a nostalgia. I mean, they're modern toys, but they're for most people they're nostalgia properties. So it brings back memories and stuff like that, and that's why, like as Robo said, it goes into Googling stuff. It's because really for both of us, GI Joe Classified is the first GI Joe line that we've really collected. But most people collected the vintage one, and a lot of people in the chats are always like, "Oh, you need to check this out" and whatnot. And so it's like seeing a lot of those vintage toys for the first time. It's like, "Ooh, I want that," but in here. But we laugh at the food chat thing, but honestly, I think that talking about food from your childhood, like old breakfast cereals and candy bars and stuff like that, that elicits an even stronger like nostalgia pull than toys does for most people. So it's like things get really engaged when we talk about that stuff. It's funny.
Yeah, I guess food is more universal than action figures. Yeah. So it would. Oh, here we go. This guy, I love the matted finish on these. They're not shiny at all.
I don't know a lot about Smythe.
He's a nice sickly color, like he should be.
Like this guy.
Uh-oh, what?
Oh, we're always joking about how his lighting looks so desaturated.
Oh.
He looks a little
Okay,
pale and sickly.
How's the lighting today?
Today you're doing great. You're
Right?
I
I did
weak.
something a little bit different. Right?
What did you do? Get a bounce card?
Yeah, I got a bounce card.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, something's reflecting off the light.
What? Look at
Yes.
you. So
Well,
proud
it's
of
not
you.
an actual legit one, but it is something that's white and reflective, and then yeah.
That's good. It's softer. I like that. Good job. I do have a matted finish. Oh, John says I collect food. That's just called eating.
Well, what they say, like your sense of smell is actually your sense that's most tied to nostalgia. So
Mhm.
you know that's a big part of the food thing.
She looks a little matte.
Yeah, not a lot of shine here. It's pretty nice. I got the goggles because it looks like I think this eyebrow is supposed to be raised, but it's slightly off the sculpt, I think. But I love that this is sculpted, but that makes me wish this was sculpted.
Right.
And this, but not that's not a huge deal. The plastic cape is kind of candy coating.
I'm collecting. Guys, it's called eating.
I'm collecting sustenance as we speak.
Collecting it. I want to say collecting it in my mouth, but that is a weird direction. But I thought, like
No,
like
no.
chipmunks and squirrels, they store food in that way, guys. Oh, look, I'm on Smite's body.
Why do you have fins for forearms?
For streamlined swimming. Yoko is in the chat, which she's going to be bothered by this question on the topic of food. Where you guys stand on pizza crusts? Finish or no finish?
I live in a house full of 4 girls who none of them eat their pizza crusts, and I am the idiot that does eat pizza crust, so I end up eating everybody's damn pizza crusts around here. the pizza bones.
It's
It
hard for
depends
me to hate crust and then tell the kids, don't waste food.
Yeah. Yeah.
It depends on if there's something to dip it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plain crust is just. Thank you, Wade Howitson. It's only a handle. It's a utilitarian. All right, Yoko's you got that one out of the way for you. That's Smite.
What's the stance?
Her stance, her stance is since I don't like crust, it's because I haven't had a good crust, good enough crust that would make me want to finish. My theory is I have to be really hungry in order to eat that crust.
What if they made it like a breadstick around the outside and attach pizza in the middle?
That's a whole different game, my friend.
Like a stuffed crust or a stuffed crust. What's your stance on stuffed crust?
Stuffed crust, yeah, go for it. I'm stuffed with
'Cause of the
cheese,
cheese?
pepperoni. Yeah, it has evolved beyond crust.
Hmm.
Have you guys seen like the Mondo stuff for the animated series?
Yeah.
1/6 scale.
Yeah.
No, you haven't seen it, or no? Don't talk to me away. You're the
Yeah,
the
I've seen it, but I try to avoid Mondo.
It's amazing. I mean, does Alex do most of those figures too? The Spider-Man ones, like the X-Men ones, because it's just sometimes I see their press releases and I'm like, am I looking at a cell or am I looking at an actual figure?
Those are really sweet. I'm gonna stick with 1/12 scale for space reasons.
Same.
These are good enough.
And cost.
Well, they fit in with everything that's 1/12 scale here. All right, everyone's ordering pizza now. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I feel like we're on pizza too.
Damn it.
Toasted crust.
What's toasted crust?
What's the meat hang?
The meat hang is there has to be so much topping, like it's hanging off the side.
Oh,
Whether
so
it be a sandwich, like if I'm having a Montreal smoked meat sandwich, and I don't know how they make it in America, but they usually stuff all the meat in the center of the sandwich, so when you cut it and you eat it from the middle, the sides are really collapsed. So I want the meat to reach all the way to the end, to the point where it's hanging over the side.
that's
Hence-
a sandwich pocket. That's not a sandwich. I mean, so that becomes handles on the outside of that sandwich, right?
Yeah, but there's goodness reaching to the very end. I don't want to take bites at the end where it's just bread.
I thought you meant the sandwich was made with just meat in the middle. A weird sandwich. It's like
I'm getting. If you order pizza from tonight, there'll be enabler points for sure. I was also one of the videos you dropped. I think it was on from your Patreon, but you made it available. Veebs, you do your monthly sit downs with Brian Flynn from Super 7.
Yeah.
It's another awesome chat, but some bad news there. Everyone go check that out. If you can, go check out the Patreon, but that video is available now. I'm not going to get through every minutia in there. Obviously go watch it, but I think the big thing for me was the Simpsons line, those Simpsons figures, and what he had to say about the Ultimates, man. What are some Simpsons characters that you were really hoping to get through Ultimates?
Well, for me, the fact that they got to, that we are getting Hank Scorpio, because I'm of the mind that he may be the greatest one-shot character in any television show ever, but definitely for the Simpsons. So I'm glad to get that. And Moo Moo Homer, I forget what extra large Homer or whatever they
king size Homer.
King size Homer, yeah, that was a good one too. But that's funny because I really, really enjoy the first series, and I was surprised by it. Because I've got a complete World of Springfield, the old Playmates line. I have a complete collection of that. So it's like I was one that wasn't really into building out the whole town population again. But so I was kind of understanding where they were going with the lineups on there, because there were some that hadn't been done, or they were just But for me, as far as characters go, regulars, Dr. Nick's always a good one for me, and Bumblebee Man, and some of the Cletus or guys like that. It's I'd love to have the whole family, the main core family, in their iconic looks, which Brian discussed a little bit on the during the chat, but I don't know. It's too bad, and it's too bad for the Disney stuff too, because there's a lot of stuff from that I was wanting. But Disney as a big thing, and as a licenser, that's just a whole other ball of wax than I think everybody else. So it's tough. Hopefully someday, as he was talking about, maybe they'll be able to get back to it. So we'll see.
Yeah, that'd be cool. If there was some crazy way where they could do just a Simpsons license from Disney without the price tag of the whole overall Disney thing, I think that would be great. There's I just love the Simpsons and a lot of those characters, but at least Krusty's there, Ralph is there, Mo. Those are the top ones for me.
Yeah, the Willie that they actually showed off, that would have been a great one to get as well. So hopefully someday, eventually. But like I said, for me, it was more of the characters that I really like, or the versions of characters that I really enjoy, that are plussed up larger than what the full collection that I have. That's kind of what I was enjoying about it. But I get the fact that the World of Springfield line was 20 years ago. So, people who are getting a Simpsons line for the first time really want that core cast built out. So I understand both sides of it. It's tough.
Is the one you're talking about the set with the with the play sets, and
Mhm.
you could
That
plug
guitar.
them in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I
That
used to
was
have a few of those.
that line along with like Spider-Man Classics, which was the precursor to Marvel Legends. Those were
Right.
really the two action figure lines that brought me back into collecting.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Robo, how's the the Drax?
Oh, that's Moondragon's. I couldn't figure out what was over here.
It looked like a knife.
Yeah, I thought it was a razor blade sticking up.
So you went with your bare hand to find it.
Oh yeah, what's that?
That looks sharp.
Drax is awesome. He's kind of thick, and the shoulders are a little bit almost feels like a rubbery pin down in there. But look at that skin tone.
Yeah, I think
nice
Wade
color.
posted some really great photos the other day of that.
I was gonna say, if I'm remembering correctly, Drax has got a really good face print too, and you wouldn't like expect like him to be one that you're like, oh man, that's really nice. But his face printing is really nice on that.
Well,
Really.
I wanted to see what the posing would do, and it's cool. But him standing here like this, just kind of judging you. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some nice sculpt and shadows in there on that face. too.
Yeah, those shadows around the red eyes, very, very nice. And again, like you said a minute ago, matte. I mean, I would still hit that purple.
Yeah.
With some matte spray, but the skin tone is woo, very nice.
And how did we like not talk to each other and still end up with both with like big purple cape wearing dudes?
Oh my god.
See how that works out?
And neither one of them are like the looks that people really know them by as far as like the characters go. So I don't know, that's weird.
Well, this was my Drax forever
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
One weird thing though, they put texture on the inside of the cape, but not the outside, which is okay. It's just something off. It threw me off because they don't usually do that.
Yeah. You think something more in hand on the outside would have the
Yeah.
texture.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned, don't forget McFarlane had. There we go. What's up, Mr. Ryan Clark? Don't forget McFarlane short-lived. Was that the ones that were like 3-ish inches and then they were in that red blister box?
I did not remember this one.
They were all like they were like stage posed or something,
Yes.
right? NECA had some too for a while that were compatible with the Playmates ones, but they were like a bunch of celebrity guest stars. Like
That's what I'm thinking.
I've got like Weird Al and Mark Hamill and Elvis Costello and a few other ones from that line that just blend right in with the Playmates line. And I've got the original Mattel figures too. I forget about those with the squishy heads that had
Right.
the word bubbles that you could plug into the heads. Yeah.
There's that scene when they're going up the stairs and they're looking at the family portraits, and Bart had drawn a word bubble on Homer and he wrote "I stink," and Homer looks at it, he's like, "Hey, I don't remember saying that." That gets me every time.
Yeah.
But the licensed or the celebrity ones was really surprising. Now that like we talk more with people who develop toys, and you think about like, oh, did they license every single celebrity and get that for? I know there was a Yao Ming in that line. I think there was a Kid Rock, and then you mentioned Mark Hamill. Like those are some pretty big names, and you wonder, did they get away with it because the likeness, but we have their names on there,
Randy,
or was it because of the Simpsons licensing?
Yeah.
But Randy at NECA, he is the king of being able to get like impossible, actor licenses and agreements and stuff signed and done, because there've been a lot of stuff that there's been a lot of stuff that nobody thought would ever get done that they've somehow found a way to put it together. So he may have been working magic as far as that goes too, because to your point, lots of big names and don't come easy in that kind of thing if they had to go for them individually.
The NECA stuff, I mean, the most recent one, I think that's really cool. The Jack Kirby tribute character.
Oh man.
Right? How cool is that? What other ones can you think of off the top that
well
they've been able
for
to
the
do?
longest time, with their Alien line. Like I only really like the first Alien movie, and a big part of that is because of the Nostromo crew. And even they said for the longest time, it's like likenesses aren't included with that license, so there's no way we're going to be able to get everybody. They ended up getting everybody eventually for that. That was a big one. I mean, they were like, when they got Sigourney Weaver, no one had ever really gotten, her licensed by anybody. I think they were the first to get Schwarzenegger, maybe too. Was it? I don't know, but they've done a lot.
Yeah, NECA. I mean, that stuff, and just looking at everything they put out last year, the last few years, it's one of my favorite booths to visit at conventions too.
Yeah.
To see the wide range of awesome toys they have, and they have really special, either fun things to do, or just displays and exclusives too. So it's awesome group.
Yeah.
Robo, you talked about the Doc Ock on your video, the Spider-Man 2 Doc Ock on the packaging. It's like,
how they got it, how they skirted around that licensing. I guess he's not doing licensing or likeness rights for No Way Home or something, or I don't know. It's mostly speculation, I guess, for the reasoning why they do that. But I didn't realize it until I got halfway through that review that, I mean, they may have packaged it as Spider-Man 2, but that is No Way Home Doc Ock because of the clothing and so can you make the figure look exactly like what you're trying to avoid licensing, or
because he's not fully like this. He has a nice V-neck action in Spider-Man 2, right? But the box, I think halfway through, were you just like, wait, have I been saying No Way Home or No Way Spider-Man 2 this whole time? Now I got to go back and change everything.
Because in Spider-Man 2, that inner long jacket, he's got it buttoned shut, and he's not wearing the black shirt in Spider-Man 2.
Who's wearing double coats anyway? Is that a New York thing?
I don't know.
My wife in the winter time.
Double zip?
No. I think I've seen her wear a hoodie underneath a heavy coat. So
I've done that. Yeah, that's essential. Oh, thanks, DK. So this in Spider-Man 2, this was zipped all the way.
Oh yeah, and he's not. Well, at one point he's not wearing a shirt at all. Remember, he's just got skin showing, and then he closes that jacket, and then by the end he has it open a little bit.
Right. Well, maybe that's why he needed two jackets then, if he was going topless underneath.
That's how he got Aunt May.
That's right. Also, those sunglasses he's wearing at the first of Spider-Man 2, but then they break and he gets a different pair that's more kind of evil looking.
What a segue.
Boom.
There you go. See? Professionals.
Professional YouTubers. I love it. I don't know if you guys saw, someone did an X-Men animated display. They used the box from the Mojo box set, the TV. And I think they cut out the middle and they had some characters jumping out, and they had the VHS boxes underneath the TV with, the animated series figures around it. And it was just like, it looked like, I don't know, an ad from the 90s for the cartoon like you would get in a magazine. It's such a cool display.
That's amazing. I wish I would have kept that television, because I still have the VHS boxes, but the television was just, the box was too big. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get rid of this. But dang, I would totally copy that.
I kept the TV guide box for a long shot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I have all three of those right there I brought them out here so I wouldn't throw them away.
Sounds like a project.
Yeah. Mojo World was prime comic reading back in the day.
That's a video. Just get that sharp knife that you grab with your bare hand.
Moondragon's head, cut it open.
Yeah, you're doing tales from the tub now. The lives and videos. It's a lot of cool stuff.
It's who knew? Because those tubs have been sitting there forever, and I thought, well, I'm going through them anyway. Might as well shoot some content.
Smart.
And I'm surprised at how it went over way better than I thought it would. Because that first one I did, it was just like, yeah, here's this. I remember blah, blah, blah. But now that I'm getting to the bottom of the tub, I think it's going to be like less engaging because I'm going to get to where it's just parts and pieces from when I customized back in the day and I would just throw stuff into the tub. And so, yeah it may. Oh, I don't remember whose arms these are. Or
Comment down below if you know where this came from.
Yeah,
Boom.
exactly.
Engagement right there.
Yeah, but I bet there's a lot of stuff that you will remember what you used them for, and those will be good stories to be like, wait, you use that to make that? Hold on.
Yeah, I haven't got to. Well, I guess the Beast is still on my shelf. The Astonishing X-Men Beast that I made out of the first Absorbing Man.
Yeah,
Back in
that is so weird.
Ooh. People were like, "Why did you use that? I don't have one of those." Because I guess he was hard to find at some point.
At first, but they
Yeah.
reused that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I mentioned earlier, if I'm putting all the stuff in bins, then there's people like you, and then there's customizers like Matthew Toy, who just find parts from stuff, and it's like never throw stuff out or never get rid of stuff. You don't know when you'll need it. I think that's how I got into this predicament to begin with.
It's like Dad would take that piece of wood and put it in the garage and then find a use for it 20 years later.
Yeah, just random 2x4 to prop. Oh, I can use that to prop open a door or the baby crib that's uneven legs. So it's a tough thing for me to decide what to do with all that stuff. John Takis, what's up, man? Says that Aunt May artwork looks a lot like the animated Ghostbusters Egon. I mean, is it because it's the same hairdo?
Oh yeah,
You're right. I
And same
see
color.
it.
And same color,
Yeah.
right?
Like the jacket is the Egon's like jacket color as well.
Yeah,
hold on.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
and
his
it also
monster
comes in
ball.
it kind of a puff.
It's just missing the
Picture.
glasses. That's it.
Yeah.
Let me get a pen. No, I'm not gonna ruin this
Dang.
Harry Moore box art just for this gag.
Well, I can't unsee that now. So
Yeah, great. The entire
DK,
toy community right now, like everyone's like pulling their Aunt May out. They're like, God damn it!
Doc Ock was in love with Egon.
It all makes sense.
That's Robo's next custom. DK, can you pull up quick Google search to see if we can do a side by side
Okay.
while I open this thing up.
Robo don't know figure storage. All those figures knocking around in a tub ruins them. No.
Well, as long as the tub isn't being shaken up.
Well, I
day.
mean, it's no different that day. Well, I usually put them through. I mean, you take any figure. Does that ruin them?
Where are your wall crawling abilities now, Spider-Man?
Yeah, he didn't land on his feet.
You're the worst Spider-Man villain.
Or
Heel
maybe
Robo makes an appearance.
It's gonna be the next MCU. Where's your sticky abilities now, Spider-Man?
It's figures that I may have use for later or pull out, but it's never done anything much to them. I'll get a paint chip here and there, but
no. Yep, there it is.
I think you just got a wall chip. All right, hold on.
okay, you're showing Aunt May. Where's Egon?
Dang
Ooh.
it.
Who's got red circular glasses?
Yeah,
1/12
Egon does.
scale.
No, I'm just joking.
Egon?
1/12 scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who called it? Who called that? Was it
It's John.
John Takis? That's right.
What's
Bravo.
Aunt May's maiden name? Is it
Oh
Spangler?
no.
Is maybe they're brother and sister?
Oh,
Oh
Oh, I thought you were
no.
gonna say first marriage. But then why would they look the same, Kevin? That's weird. Couples that look the same. It's corporate asked me to find the
Yeah.
differences between these
It's
two
the same
photos.
It's the same.
It's the same
for sure.
photo. It's the same photo. Yeah, you're talking about making videos and doing the stuff that you have the time to do, fitting your schedule. What are some things that you want to venture into? Anything you can reveal? Anything
Me?
in the horizon? Either of you.
Oh. I think that all my stuff is just an exercise in being more concise because I can talk about toys and specific toys for a long time. And I'm not a very good technical reviewer. Mine is mostly, experience based and whatnot. So I'm just trying to give that information in, more digestible sizes, right?
Okay.
I mean, I used to write really long reviews and take 50 pictures and this and that. And not only do I not have the time for that kind of thing anymore, I think that there's just not really much of an audience for that kind of thing anymore. So I'm just, trying to make it more just experience based with, okay, well, I opened up this toy, and if you want to know about the articulation and whatnot, you can find out about it. But this is what it meant to get this, and
Right.
More, like I said, more of an experience based thing instead of a technical review.
Yeah, because there are some people who will look at a figure and say, "Oh, that's that part from this figure, and that's this body." I can't remember all that stuff. I don't think I have the eye for that.
Back in the Toy Biz Marvel Legends days, I was really, really good at that. Now I am terrible at that. I don't even try.
I think for me, it's going to be something maybe more cinematic, more. I don't know, because I have to start thinking about, because this is only going to last so long that people want to watch old man talking about toys, So I have to start thinking about the next stage, the next step of putting more focus on the toys themselves and finding some new, different way to showcase those, while still talking about them as I get older. And here's this, blah, blah, blah.
I just got a comment from literally Action Figs. These both are the orange saber releases. So I wasn't when because I got these from Big Bad, and Big Bad wasn't in the first batch. And at first I was kind of like, oh, I want my toys now. And then the next day it was like, oh, there's a running change. So I'm glad that I waited, because these are both the orange ones.
Did I make enough noise? That's the thing about the closed box ones. Well, I like this is, hey,
Better than plastic, Kev. I think your mic's not no good
louder.
I'm not muted. Maybe the ASMR thing could be your next focus.
Oh,
Yeah, I do like that. And you know what? It's surprising, as much as I get comments of "that's pretty stupid" or "that's annoying," it gets twice as many, enjoyed that. But it's hard not to focus on the negative stuff. It's getting.
I know some people who are fans of your ASMR unboxings. Country Boy 9, what's going on, says, "I love that Doc Ock." The moment I open this, like, the simple sculpt, the contrasting colors, the matted down finish. Look at his sunglasses have a glare on them.
that's awesome.
It's so good. This is such a good animated series, Doc Ock.
I'm not an animated series type guy, but that is pretty sweet.
And it's not just standard relaxed hands. There's angry hand. Is he supposed to hold something here?
He puts it over his chest like this. He's like, "You're breaking my heart, man."
No, he's didn't he have, what accent did he have? I think it was like European.
Yeah, Eastern European something. Yeah.
I can only do Borat, so that doesn't help. But hey, pinless. This is so good. No torso. I mean, you can go like this, and I think
Yeah, it's down there in the waist. Which
gonna-
with that
I'll
big
ball it.
with the big leg rig on the back on his back, that was pretty much about the only thing they could do, right?
Right. He uses the holding hand to hold his other hands by. Come on, guy. I mean, this Craven. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of nice animated Spider-Man figures to pair this with. Smythe, obviously. I don't want to open that Kingpin. That Kingpin on the big card, it's such a cool, like, in your collection piece. Because when you look around the room and it's just one big card, it almost seems like a novelty thing. But I don't want to open it.
I had to open it because the minute that it got here and I looked at the other King, was it the other one, Build-A-Figure?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I like looked at them next to each other, I was like, nope, that is not Kingpin. That is Shadow King with the head swap. This is Kingpin, so I had to open it.
Damn.
Was there a black suit Kingpin?
Toy Biz.
Toy Biz. Yeah.
Oh, we never got one for out of the new Build-A-Figure?
I don't think so.
I feel like we.
I don't know.
The chat will save us. In the meantime,
Yeah.
John Papa Sergio says May and Egon are twins.
Will
Day is her maiden name. Mayday.
No.
Egon is her brother. Do you think he might be able to get May to talk to Uncle Ben? Oh my God, that's dark.
Oh no,
But
that's
also,
Oh. Wow.
where do we just take this?
Uncle Ben's hanging out in the containment unit and Egon's not telling anybody.
oh no.
It's like, is anyone going to tell her we have him? So this one is he's going to stand on his own. The MCU one or the Alfred Molina one, it can stand on the legs, right? And that's how we'll display that. Yeah, if you guys can get this. If he looks so good, and this haircut.
Yeah, it's a good figure.
The glasses come off? I don't think so. Oh, they're goggles. Oh, the goggles do nothing. That line works
Yes.
multiple ways. Ooh, how about that reaction McBain line? If they put a radioactive man there in that set.
Yeah, I kept those and the Troy McClure ones carded just because they all looked so good on those cards. So
I kept the cards. I think it's because it's original artwork, like all the McBain movie poster stuff. They put bullet holes on the cards.
yeah, because all of those little McBain interludes, you like piece them together and they make like a full story.
Yeah, you can make it like a trailer for an actual movie when you put them together.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Beast Boy says, I had to choose between both docs, kept the comic one, but took the tentacles of the new. Are the new ones bendy? Forget.
The new ones are a little bit, yeah. But the old ones are definitely not on the comic one.
Oh, the old ones are already in my for sale pile. They're ready to go.
No.
Why did they make that Muppet out of leather?
Mine Princess Fair, might I have thine hoof?
I mean, to the point where my kids walk around the house and they go from chimpan A to chimpanzee. Like, come on, this is a Simpsons household.
Yeah.
Hans Moleman would be a good figure.
Yes,
too.
Hans Moleman would be good.
Dang.
Yeah, when NECA was doing the celebrity line, I really was hoping that they would do a Jay Sherman from The Critic, because I think that's a criminally underrated show on its own. But then when they crossed it over with him on there, I was like, this is my chance to get a Critic figure, and it never happened.
The Critic was more, it wasn't like a kids, like a family cartoon, right? It was more adult.
Yeah.
More adult.
Yeah.
Did you watch it, DK?
Yeah.
Because looking back now, I'm like, I had no reason watching that show.
Jay's dad and his boss Duke Phillips are two amazing cartoon characters.
Oh shoot! I almost May has the smallest hand. Oh no!
And they're gone.
Yeah, it's gone forever. She has the smallest hands. Like you, please be careful. Check your baggies. Look at this next to Doc Ock's hands. Oh, there you go.
Dang.
Otto, the bus driver. Yes. You know those guitars that are like double guitars?
Double guitars.
Whoa.
Chocolate microscopes.
I had mustard.
Let's see, Egon.
Want me to post it back up? Oh,
Nah, we're good.
You know, I've got that Aunt May figure right over there, and then I've got the animated Egon Diamond Select one right back there. I'm gonna have to like put this
Compare.
Post it on Instagram and say who did it better.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
What's the expression here? What would you say? Concern? Happiness?
Trying to run from her ex.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's hard to tell, isn't it? Of course, I want to go see a movie with you.
And it only comes with one head, right?
Yeah.
Reuben.
Reuben.
I'm breaking up with you.
If you say so, dearie.
Was he actually into her, or was he just using her to get to Peter? I don't remember. DK, do you remember?
No, I do not.
In the comics at some point, wasn't it? They thought he was using her to get to, but then when they broke up, he was actually heartbroken or something like that, or he was like,
Yeah.
actually felt.
Yeah, and in the comics, she wasn't like slightly de-aged like she was in the cartoon. She was old Aunt May.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Every movie she gets younger and younger. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, Marissa Tomei, Marvel Legends. Let's get that license.
Yeah.
Now let's see. Kev, show some respect. That's a herald of Galactus you're holding.
Damn it, we got her before Airwalker.
Yeah, that thing's gone. That hand is gone. From here. I don't know what to do with this stuff. We have. I wanted to ask you guys. When I ran into you in San Diego, you guys were there. Like you're for press, right? Like, considered press for Foosh at the time. Are you also gonna do it again? I'm assuming for this year also.
Yeah.
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 I'm trying to figure out. I tried to apply for press, but I haven't heard anything yet. In your experience, again, this probably could have been taken offline, but since I thought of it now, do they approve it closer to the day or closer to the show?
Lord.
I mean, so I haven't done an application for like new application for press in years and years and years. Every few years you have to re-up.
Oh, right. It carries over, I think, like 2
Yeah.
or 3 years.
But it usually takes, I don't know, like a month to 6 weeks for that stuff to come through. Because like, did you do it in December or November or whenever they were like sending out the stuff to do it? Yeah, I don't think they've gotten back to anybody, whether it was just like re-upping it or first time application. So I think it's still within that window. I found that, you know, the press stuff, I mean, San Diego's like the biggest comic convention, but it's still very analog when it comes to some of the stuff that they do, you know, as far as that goes. So I mean, I I haven't heard anything back from them yet, but I kind of forgot about it until you mentioned it.
But there's been some years, I guess, before they started doing this as a group thing, that you wouldn't get your pass until like the week before.
Yeah,
you were scared to book
a hotel.
plane
Yeah.
tickets because you didn't know if you were gonna get in. So
Yeah, for a long time it was, oh, we're doing the hotel. The most stressful part of the whole thing is the hotel booking thing. It's like that happens before you know if you can go for sure. And most of those hotels, it's like it's non-refundable and stuff like that. So
Right.
I think there's probably still some time before they're going to be getting back to people.
Yeah, I don't want to get stuck in a hotel for sunny downtown San Diego. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Would I still? I guess I could flip the hotel, but like, yeah, there's really nothing much else to do. Do you guys prefer that show or smaller cons?
That San Diego is its own thing. Like when it's like going to cons, I don't like consider that to be like a convention. You know, it's San Diego. It's something. It's its own thing entirely. It's a whole other beast. But aside from going to San Diego, I like going to the ones, and Robo and I have talked about this, like PowerCon, and being guests at that show and whatnot. Gives us an opportunity to talk to people and just chill out and relax and stuff like that. And that's definitely more my normal speed for that kind of thing. But San Diego, so you kind of take it for what it is. At least for me. I love it. I love going to San Diego, but it's just completely different from anything else, I think.
Robo, is it the same for you?
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know. There for a while, I worked. I helped a buddy with his booth at shows for a while, a few years before the shutdown and everything. So I saw a lot of little shows. I saw some larger shows, like Salt Lake City. There for a little bit was rivaling San Diego numbers. They just didn't have as much stuff to do, But San Diego almost ruined it for me for small shows until I realized, you know what, smaller shows are awesome because you can just you can walk down an aisle. You can cross the aisle going over to a booth or something. You can stop and talk to people without security yelling at you for
true. Yeah, move it. Don't line up here.
Because San Diego back in 10 years ago,
1500s?
Back in the 1500s, whenever we had to, armor up and get on the horses and head down to the San Diego. The
press pass was by Raven.
Yeah, San Diego Hieroglyphs Convention.
20 years ago, press pass, they just hand you a stack at the front door and say, hand them out. And then it got to individual people, but you could go out on the balconies up top. You could go out any of the doors. You could walk around, and it's just gotten more lockdown. So the smaller shows are way better for hanging out. I don't think as far as I'd still call PowerCon my favorite show.
Yeah.
Even over San Diego.
Okay.
Just because of how you never leave the con. The hotel is attached to the convention center. And that's another first for me. So you leave the convention, you go to the hotel, you're running into all the same people. So it's that night, it's at dinner, it's the next day. So I don't know. I like San Diego, but I like little shows too. I like conventions. How's that? I like Comic-Cons just in general.
Like SDCC gets so packed where I'm like at one end, and then I'm like, hey Richie, I'm messaging. Where are you? I'm with the other guys at aisle 1200, and you look back and you go, fuck, I don't need to see this guy. Like, can we meet outside?
Yeah.
So much of San Diego feels like work sometimes. And the part that I really like doing is talking to people that I only get to see, once or twice a year. And San Diego is a terrible convention to talk with people for more than 2 seconds. So it's tough.
Again, move along.
This is not a lineup.
Yeah.
Jose Gonzalez says Aunt May would date George now. Marissa Tomei, an Oscar winner. Likes a guy like me. Man, Beast Boy.
He's gonna pull up in John Voight's car and pick up Aunt May for a date, and it's gonna be something.
The actor? John Voight, the
Yeah.
actor?
Well, there's an episode of Seinfeld where he has a car that used to belong to someone named John Voight, but it wasn't the actor John Voight. It was just a coincidence.
Yeah, there's an episode later on where he still had the car, and then he mentions it's John Voight's car, and somebody goes, "The actor," and then he just kind of hesitates to respond.
Yeah. Man, I forgot about that one.
It's like, hey, what's up, Nick's Figs? Rewatch this later. Thank you, appreciate you.
Okay, Jazzwares, you're killing me.
Yeah,
It's
what's
too
going on?
plasticky.
I'm trying not to.
Let's go for it. What are you?
They made the plastic come in so far that you have to pop each one individually in order to get the figure out.
Very loud, very plastic.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
Need to clip that for him later. What's the deal with, they slide the cape through the plastic. The cape goes wide like this, but the slot is just one size. I don't want to rip the plastic or scrape the paint off.
My new Marvel Legends Vision cape clasp broke because of that crap.
Oh no!
Oh,
What's the deal?
yeah.
with these packages.
I don't
But they've
know.
done the cape thing forever, right? I mean, that's always been a
And if it's like if the cape is made of like a nice soft PVC, okay, it's not a big deal. But a lot of like the Legends capes as of late have been fairly rigid as far as the plastic goes. And like I said, with Vision, if there's like a small piece on it, that'll break just trying to get the damn thing out of the box.
Yo, Rick Jones, you just blew my mind. I'm not being sarcastic. I've never considered cutting the plastic just to get the cape out easier. What the hell's
That's
wrong
true. That's true.
with you? Veebs is questioning his existence right now.
No. I mean, I even do that, and the Vision
and
one
still?
still broke.
Oh no.
I'm still a little salty about that because the figure's so nice. It looks great. And then it was like, oh, that's not great.
Oh no. What is that, DK? Is that Optimus Primal?
Yep. From the Rise of the Beast movie.
I gotta say, he doesn't look nearly as menacing or imposing as the box kind of led me to believe.
Really?
Doesn't look.
He's not like thick. He needs to be thicker or
He needs to
something.
be thicker, I guess.
well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's the robot mode and that's the alt mode.
I guess. Yeah, that's true. It's just
Yeah.
It's sleeker for sure.
I want more.
You want more?
I don't buy any of the movie figures, but I haven't seen that one on the shelves. I meant to say I don't buy any of the movie figures, but I like looking through the Transformers section. And I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, like I wasn't a big fan of any of the toys from the movie, but I don't know. For me, it's just Optimus Primal, Beast Wars. Like I gotta get them. So
It's true. That's your jam. You gotta display everything back there, dude. That's why we want we gotta unbox every week.
I can't fit anymore.
Beast Wars was past my time.
DK, have you bought any new toys in 20? Have you guys? You guys have bought new toys. Veebs has stuff coming in.
Yeah.
I bought something off Facebook Marketplace. So I guess
There
that
you go.
counts.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it counts.
Yeah, I bought like 6 Transformers.
Have you guys had a chance to handle?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta get that.
I don't buy movie stuff, so I'm waiting for maybe a sale. But as soon as that hits sale, I'm buying it.
The
It's
face looks really good.
It's okay.
Well, and that's the thing. Like a big part of why I would buy it would just be for the Willem Dafoe faces.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a review for this one. do a new style review. Is OP Optimus Primal all plastic, or are there any die-cast robot parts?
No, it's all plastic.
For this line is all plastic, right?
Yes, especially this line.
Broke the shotgun holder off the back of my NECA Ash because of that plastic. Man.
It
Oh
happens.
man.
That sucks.
Now is this mic working?
We heard you unboxing the whole time.
Does it sound different though?
Yeah, it's
A little-
crisper.
Yeah, a little louder because I'm actually using the microphone instead of the
Oh,
the
a little
up.
clear.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crisper.
I went through all that trouble to plug it in and everything, never turned it up. Professional. That's living
YouTube.
legend.
Yo,
Living
Turbo.
legend. How do we feel about that living legend title now?
yeah. Need a new intro. But no, I opened this when I opened the Doc Ock.
Right.
And it's like I said, it's okay.
Really?
The hips are drop down, so they're kind of springy.
Mm.
But my biggie, he looks cool standing there. Don't get me wrong, but my biggie is trying to get him on this.
Not good.
He doesn't want to crouch too
Yeah.
well. It kind of comes off as
Yeah.
just standing there, which I
Oh.
guess I could try, but
I think it's a pretty good looking glider but then I have to see it in hand first to try and figure it out.
a lot of people have told me to. Well, I can't, not at that level. But to dip it down this far and then
Yeah.
pull these off, put them on the feet, and then
Okay.
plug them on. I haven't tried that yet.
DK, did you find the Kingpin? Is that what this is you're sharing?
There was no Kingpin. There was only the Toy Biz ones.
It's
Right.
weird. Why do I remember that?
Yeah.
Because I'm old, losing my
Oh.
mind.
Well, maybe it was SDCC 1500.
No, I think I got it mixed up with probably like the Hulk in the black suit, thinking that it was a Kingpin, right?
Oh, the Mr. Fix It one. Yeah.
I think
Oh,
that's the
maybe.
one that I was kind of.
Yeah.
There's a good question in the chat. Clockwork Orgy, what's up? Have you guys talked about the Jada toy? Are those leaks for Street Fighter? Because there's
so
like
many.
there's writing on it, so it makes me think it's official. I personally don't like circulating leaks, just because we know people who work hard on this stuff and plan out lines and reveals and stuff. So
Yeah.
I saw the pictures, but are you guys into the Jada toy Street Fighter stuff?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not quite as much as Mega Man, but I've gotten everything so far, and I aside from like what was it? Was it Alpha when Chun-Li got like the pants? Aside from that look for Chun-Li, like her classic outfit in pink is a nice. It's sharp looking, so
Yeah.
that would be a must-have.
I don't do a lot of fighting games, but I like good toys. And I've been kind of following the Street Fighter stuff.
I think I'm in the same boat with you. I suck at fighting games. But
Talk a lot
because
of
these
shit.
are characters that everyone knows, right? And like I know,
Yeah.
and like they look really good. Jada is really awesome company with the stuff that they're putting out. So that like I've been getting. I got Ryu, Fei Long, Chun-Li. Yeah, but they have some images that came out. There's writing, and it looks like dates. I can't read the words in Chinese, but I don't know if I don't think it's an official release or if it was in a magazine or something. But they look really good. Fei Long with extra accessories and sculpt. Chun-Li with the pink extra expressions look really good.
Ken with the pink, right? As well.
Ken's got a whole I don't know. These look well when it comes out.
Yeah.
When it comes out, we'll talk about it. Yoko says, does Overcooked count as a fighting game? Fighting games is when the characters fight, not when the players yell at each other.
I was gonna say Mario Kart's a fighting game in this house.
Yeah.
I think I would call that fight gaming. not a fighting
but,
game.
But Overcooked, you could hit people.
Yeah, you can run into
bump
people.
Yeah, you can run into people.
I don't think Yoko does it to hit me. She just runs into me when we play online.
Yo, that dash button is pretty clutch. It's pretty important.
Hey, what's up? New name in the chat, Kit Kat. Thanks for tuning in. Says Veebs. Thanks for selling me on the Mega Man line. Hope you like the roll custom.
Yeah, I did. That's a good use of fodder parts to make roll. But hey, I mean, I'll admit it. I'm licensed, like property bias, because Mega Man is my favorite video game series ever. So I love the property, but even if I didn't, those figures they're solid gold. They are so good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. You have some photos up on Instagram.
Yeah, and I did an unboxing kind of with June, and it's like once you open them, it's like, okay, they're smaller in stature. Most of they don't have double joints like the Street Fighter ones do, but the functionality of the joints and the range of movement and stuff like that is pretty amazing for them. And they're just little sticks of dynamite. They're awesome.
Yeah, I mean, at $20 a pop.
Yeah,
just grab them. I think they look really cool.
So I'm trying to sell everybody on them because they're awesome figures, but also because I want this line to go forever.
I mean, to bring it back, if we talk about some of the Simpsons stuff, maybe, I don't know. Like, do you think enough people were buying them that it could have saved the line if more sales, or if it was just a lot of other factors overall? But I think it is important to support the lines that your properties that you really, really like, right?
I mean, I definitely do. I think it was a lot of things together, like I said, I'm sure that, people who hadn't gotten a chance to collect, Simpsons line yet, or wanting those, iconic looks for the main characters, which I totally understand. I'm sure as a licensor, Disney has expectations and things that they want to see done too and whatnot. And of course, Super 7 wants to do the things that they want to do too, which, that's why they make stuff. Obviously, at least to some extent. So I think I don't know. I'm hoping, as Brian said, it's just kind of, it's a pause, maybe give everybody a chance to, reshuffle and resettle. And then we'll see it again, because the Disney Ultimates and stuff like that really stinks. But I've seen a lot of people like, if the Simpsons line would have really gotten its footing, because I mean, really only one wave is shipped so far, so it hasn't. I mean, I know I know there's been pre-orders for an additional 2 or 3, but yeah, it's tough.
It's one thing that I'm saddened about is I wanted to see Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. That's a character that I would want in a nice ultimate treatment.
Yeah, I was fortunate because Robin Hood's one of my favorite Disney movies.
Yes,
I wanted more Robin Hood cast, and Mr. Toad is my other favorite one. And I was like, come on, give me a Mr. Toad wave. But I'll keep hoping for that someday from some crazy bastard that decides to make Mr. Toad action figures.
Well, I think one time when I was speaking with Brian, he was saying how Prince John was his, favorite character in Robin Hood. So he went with that first, and then to get Robin Hood in Wave 2, I was pumped for those. And I saw you asking, like, Little John, come on, John Little.
Because Little John would have been like, okay, well, now we can make Baloo and some of the other big characters as well, like a parts library. But yeah, it's a shame.
Dang, do you guys remember Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Remember the one with the lady with Maid Marian, and then they were jumping out of the balcony to land on the horse, and that horse was like, hell no. And he moved and she hit the pavement. I don't know why I thought of that. I think I wanted a Maid Marian figure, but that scene came to mind. Oh,
Hey, Lincoln.
I'm a child.
Did you say, "Hey, Blinken"?
Master Robin,
No, I
you've
said-
lost your arms in battle, but you've grown a nice set of boobs.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah,
Parks icons?
yeah, because like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is like now probably better known than the actual movie, so it's like a parks thing instead of just its own movie thing, like the
Okay.
Haunted Mansion.
Hell yeah. All right. We're I know you guys have oh, there we go. Before
That's right. Finally got one to open.
is he hard to find?
No, well, I don't know. He sold out on Amazon for a little bit, and then finally came back in stock. And I got a ringside exclusive one that where the box opens up like his cape, and I couldn't bring myself to open it. At very few times have I went, man, I don't want to open that toy, and that was one of them. So I had to get this.
Hey, you know what? That's not a bad top 10 list for the end of the year. Like the best packaging that made me not want to open the toy. Right?
That'd be
And
the
then-
top one.
Yeah, I don't know if we could get 10.
Yeah. I don't.
top 5 plus 2. There's some stuff. I mean, that Mojo box is another one. Or top packaging I wouldn't throw away.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, Robin Hood is my favorite Disney movie. It's a classic. It's
Yeah.
a classic.
Ooh lolly.
We're gonna get out of here in like let's say like 10 minutes because I know you guys got stuff to do, but it's super nice of you to come hang out. I don't know if there's more stuff that you want to open in the meantime. Is there anything left, or is it's just
Well,
too much investment?
I'm going to open Balin's Small because it will give me an excuse to do the Land Speeder Luke leg swap with the Inquisitor.
I'm blanking on her name too.
Yeah, come on, Robo.
Reva.
Oh, Reva.
Yeah, Reva. Yeah, Reva.
Say it
Yeah.
first.
So I'm going to open this just so that I can do that swap tomorrow because I've been putting off the reason why I had this to do tonight. I've been putting this off opening it until I was like had time to do the leg swap because I didn't even want to like have this figure out of the packaging long enough to get used to it before I would do the swap. So this will give me a good excuse to actually do that tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, actually, I brought this up in the beginning. Your toy room. I remember, in some of the older videos, I'd always look. You'd have like a long room with a lot of floor space. And not only was there floor space, you could see the floor space, which means like stuff was off the floor. And I was always like, this guy's a baller. Because if you have space as a toy collector, that's better than like saying I got lots of money. It's like no, I have lots of space that I could put more toys. I was always envious of that angle of that toy room.
Well, I thank you. I was lucky enough when I got to finish the basement like to my spec for the actual collection space. Which what about I don't know, half of it is collection space, and then there's like the guest bedroom and bathroom are down here too, and so is like our movie area and whatnot. But I got to make it nice and open. And that's kind of what I wanted to do. It's since filled up with another like island that I had to put in there because of the cat's lair that's going to be coming out. So I got a little proactive with getting the space ready for that, but it's cool. There's still a good amount of room, and I wanted it to be open because like my kids, they like to come down here and play and run around, and I like that they like to do that. So I don't want to like make it a ridiculous space where they can't even do that.
Yeah, or you'd just be nervous with them being in there.
You know what? No, they do a great job. It's when the dogs come down here and like chase them around too. Like their tails will knock a few things off
Right.
sometimes. But it's like all three of my girls have always been really good about not going crazy on stuff. But I let them play with mostly anything that they want to play with down here too. So if they we'll get it down for them, but they don't like pull stuff off or knock stuff over or anything like that. Even when they were really little, they've always been good about it.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you guys back the HasLab Ghost? Because I need to make space for that.
No.
I don't 3 3/4. So
I think I'm taking that most of my Black Series and converting to vintage collections. So just because that's going to be like a central thing. Again,
well, cool.
Saving space.
Talk to you later.
do you want some for customs?
This is the closest that I'm getting to a 3 3/4 Star Wars.
Oh, come on.
Because he's short.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I get it. Their sabers had long blades anyway, but this is ridiculous right here. Is like, it's 3/4 of his height, like 7/8 of his height. I don't know. The figure otherwise I think looks really nice. The likeness isn't one of the best of the line that I've seen so far. It's okay. It's not great. But I love this character so much. And usually I'm not one to customize like factory figures, if there's a character or a version of a character that they haven't made or whatnot. Sometimes I'll get into that space a little bit, but like I don't like repaint figures as a general rule or whatnot. But since the leg swap for this can be done with like no paint and like it's so low effort and you can't see it because of the skirt, I'm definitely going to be doing that and taking some before and after. Well, I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen the pictures because of, Landspeeder Luke did it, but I'm very glad that there's a fix for it so that I can put some height on him for sure. Cause I really do like the character.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, I think Landspeeder Luke swapped out the Reva legs. I remember seeing the photos and I'm like, but the textures are all wrong, but you're right. There's the robes that are covering it. So it should be all good.
Yeah. Cause
it's the thighs.
It's the thigh.
The thighs?
Because you can put at the knee joint, you can put these boots back on the Reva legs and it works. So
and I think there's something about flipping them around, right? Left on right on left.
Yeah. To make so that they stand like more up and down, right? Or something like that.
I think so. Something.
Yeah. So it's like you give him like front butt or something that's like you swap him around.
Yeah, shout outs to Landspeeder Luke, one of the best Star Wars 3D modelers out there.
Yeah,
awesome Patreon and just does a lot of great customizing stuff for Star Wars and then Black Series collectors. Really great stuff. All right, if you guys throw some last minute questions in the chat. You open up the Balin Skull. Veebs, what's your favorite thing you opened tonight?
I mean, Balin with some work is going to be cool, but you know what? I've never been a big Hulk Hogan fan. I mean, I recognize like his, importance to like the golden age of wrestling, which is what I was into as a kid. I'm not much of a wrestling fan anymore, but I was when, Hulk Hogan was at his prime. But getting the fact that Mattel made like the villain version of him is really awesome. And it's a Hulk Hogan that's not like ketchup and mustard.
Right.
So I kind of bought this on a lark, but I'm kind of glad that I did because this is a unique look for him. So I'm glad to have this.
Nice.
And I see, I'm sorry, Wicked Fat Collectibles. I got my Balin and Shin from Big Bad Toy Store, and they have the orange sabers. So if that's what you're looking for, I would go there.
Sweet. Robo, what about you? Favorite thing you opened tonight?
I opened, and I never put it up to the camera. I opened Omega, and she is pretty cool.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's better than.
Is she taller than Balin? I can't tell.
Hold him up to your screen. No, but she's got there's a clip on the back because I was just plugging the little peg for her weapon onto the back, and then I
Right.
realized, oh, that's a clip that goes around the strap that holds everything on. So that's neat.
Oh, cool.
Also, after messing with this and getting a little frustrated, it's not.
Yeah, I heard you get really frustrated earlier. You're like,
Yeah.
I think at some point you leaned back in your chair. You weren't even facing the camera. You were off to the side.
on the side. You're like,
Usually when I'm doing something like that, it's like the world goes shh, and I'm right there. And yeah, he was pissing me off there for a second, but it's not terrible.
Okay.
But I wish he'd go further.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing tonight has to be this head sculpt.
Yeah.
yeah, it's really
That
cool.
is just tough.
And to your point, that pose is like for collection space reason. He
Yep.
looks so cool that way, and it's even better because if that's the perfect. I'm just going to stand behind some other dudes and look
Yeah.
imposing, and you can still see the best part.
Just intimidating. I'm looking at it like, okay, sir, you go over here.
Yeah. This is your space now, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, I have Gambit with like arm out holding his staff and getting ready to throw some cards, and that's 3 figures space right there. And he always loses the little ace.
That's
ace
so
of spades.
Gambit.
Yeah. And when you start a collection, you start it like that. You're like, oh, this
Yeah.
action scene coming up. And then as you get more figures, you're stuffing them in. And then suddenly they're
Everyone's in San Diego Comic-Con now.
yep,
Yeah.
doing the penguin walk down the aisle.
It's like an elevator, trying to fit everyone in an elevator.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll grab the next one. You're
Hell
going to
yeah.
grab the next one.
I mean, is it
This
the
one's
Night
for
of the
Drax
Villains?
alone.
Mine is this Doc
Yeah.
Ock. It's something special about these colors coming together.
That lighting.
It is pretty sweet.
Dang, Drax and Doc Ock and villainous Hulk Hogan all need to like do a team up now based off of this stream.
I'm the only one with no villains.
I'm a good boy.
Oh my god.
Well, it depends on which side of Civil War you're on. So
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
this
DK,
Iron
what
Man
was
is
your
definitely
favorite of
good.
tonight?
This Iron Man definitely.
Yeah, I may have to take a
Yeah.
flyer on one of those figures, especially for the price. And after what you said about it, it looks cool and it looks like it moves pretty well too.
It's decent enough.
Yeah.
I think. So definitely go check it out.
Yeah, the gantry it comes with a lot of stuff. Oh my god, this pricing can't be real. Sorry, I'm just gonna show this and then we're gonna get out of here.
is it the figure arts?
No, I think this is the one.
The ZD Toys gantry.
Oh, is it the gantry for it?
Holy
Oh, no, come
crap.
on.
It comes with the figure. Hold on. Okay, 93 Canadian. Let's change
Oh.
this to hold on, that's not the dollar. 64 US.
I thought that 26 was. Wait a second.
I'll take it like, man, the Canadian dollar sucks.
Yeah, I was like, I knew the exchange rate wasn't all that great right now, but woo.
Just start chanting USA.
USA ALK.
That's
Like,
still
this-
a lot
this
of
thing is-
plastic for $65, though.
Right? Look at everything it comes with.
amazing.
Right? Hell yeah. But we were talking about those villains teaming up. I am appreciative of the team up that we did tonight. A lot of fun. Thank you very much. Here's a chance before we get out of here. Let the people know what should they be looking out for, and where they should be following you if somehow for some weird reason they're not already. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, I'll go ahead. I'm remaining most active on Instagram and Twitter. That hellscape. I'm trying to be better about posting more on Blue Sky and Threads as well. And then for like videos and stuff, of course, those are all on Robo's channel, the Robo Don't Know channel, because Veebs don't have good skills with video editing and all of that stuff. So, chats and conversations and whatnot that I am fortunate enough to have with various people will continue to be up on that channel.
Sweet. And of course, it's linked in the YouTube video description. Go check it out afterwards if you're not subscribed already. thank you so much for sharing some of your toys with us tonight and hanging out. Robo, what about you?
I'm just Robo Don't Know everywhere except Facebook. There's a Robo Don't Know page, but they won't let me change my name on my main account. So seeing what's going on there, maybe I'll have to call somebody at Facebook. I'll be like, "Hey, look,
Mark, what
Hey,
the
Mark.
hell?"
what's going on?"
Good Mark on the horn.
But yeah, it's Robo Don't Know everywhere. I'm trying to, again, like I said, a lot more focus on videos and stuff, but it also on social media, on Discord,
Sweet.
that kind of
Does that
thing.
include Friendster and MySpace too?
Yeah, AIM, like get on AIM.
AIM Messenger?
Yeah.
Wait, that was AIM. Yeah, hell yeah. Awesome. Yeah, go follow over there. New videos, and you guys are doing lives. It's a great scene, and you guys are just really awesome people in the toy community to be out there having the conversations with people, talking toys, talking with people in the industry and things like that. So it's great to be able to chat with you both tonight. Thank you for being here.
No, thank you. And
Thank you.
Right back at you guys, for sure. This has been a lot of fun. So thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of new names in the chat tonight. If you liked what you saw, please feel free to leave a thumbs up, subscribe. I do this every week at 9 p.m. Eastern right here. Tomorrow there should be a new video up. It was Pokemon Center in Japan. I'm gonna make that available for everybody. And then, of course, if you want to check out the Patreon, there's a new video going up for Patreon tomorrow, which was just everything that I bought in Hong Kong and Japan. It was months ago, and that's how long it took me to edit everything together and find all the stuff that I bought, get it back from the kids. So that's going to go up, patreon.com/toying around. Appreciate everyone who's on there, all the channel members. DK, anything else?
Nope. That is it.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know.
He surrenders.
I'm off social media right now temporarily. I can't figure out my. You're suggesting me to make up a new username, right, for my other account. So
yeah,
I'll be back, guys. I'll figure it out. So yeah, that's it. All I got.
Great. Very confident. Robo, Veebs, DK, thank you all very much. Chat. I hope you enjoyed the show. Everyone watching the replay. Otherwise, have yourselves a great night and keep toying around. Peace.
Peace. Take care.
Do we need a song? We got 10 seconds. 10.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's got to be original. Don't hit the copyrighted music, guys.
Oh, I don't think that was copyrighted.